Hey guys, it's Zero bringing you another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. This time we are playing Domination on the map Slums. I think this one is Slums. Yeah, this is Slums. And I'm posting a video that you don't see too many of on YouTube, and this is a video in which my team loses. Now, the other team did have more players than we did all throughout the match. I think there's maybe a few seconds where both teams had 4 players, but for the vast majority of the match, they had 4 players. No, that's not the reason that we lost. The reason that we lost is because we got outplayed objectively in the second round. This was a very winnable game for us. We actually, even though we were down in players, we ended up outscoring them in the first round. So if we would have continued our play from the first round, being more objective-minded, then we would have pulled out the win on this. Now, I am playing with one of my clan mates in the Over 30 clan, JK, and yes, I am in a clan called Over 30 clan because I am over 30. I am a 34-year-old man with an extremely understanding girlfriend who allows me to play video games whenever I choose to. But I enjoy playing with my friends. And that's one of the things, if I had to say one of the things I dislike about Black Ops, or even Call of Duty in general, is the peer-to-peer server architecture, where it chooses one person out of the group to be the server for everybody else. And the reason I don't like that so much is that it kind of feels like it forces you to choose between, playing your absolute best or playing with your friends. In the Over 30 clan, we have members all over the United States and Canada. So in one party, we could have myself in West Virginia, and then somebody in Los Angeles, and then somebody in Toronto, and then even somebody in Hawaii. Now, obviously, because of the geographical differences, we're all not going to have good connections to the host. Generally, all of our connections suffer. And I just really don't like that. I mean, I understand that you're going to die in Black Ops. You're going to die in any first-person shooter game that you play. But when you die due to latency, it's just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Knowing that you should have gotten a kill that you didn't solely because of network code, or you should have won a gunfight that you didn't solely because of connection. That's just a little bit frustrating. Now, I placed that chopper there over C because it said we were losing C, and I saw JK over there on A. So putting it over A wouldn't have done us any good, whereas putting it over C would actually kind of cut them off from getting to B's easily to give us a chance to take it back. And that gunfight right there, I just lost. I had everything I wanted. He didn't know I was there. I was surprising him jumping around the corner, and I just was wide on my shots. We could have backed out of this game in the second round when we realized that, they have more people than us. It's not going to get us more people. We're not going to be able to take these objectives. But, we chose not to. If you back out, the only thing that you're going to do is guarantee that you get a loss. If you're losing a game anyway, then backing out, you're basically just giving up. Now, I understand there are some legitimate reasons to back out. Like, if you're just lagging so bad that you can't do anything, or that you're losing every gunfight even though you're getting 6 or 7 hit markers, then, by all means, back out of the lobby. The only thing you're doing there is just giving yourself frustration. But we decided to stay in this, play it out to the end, even though we knew we were losing, because you never know what could happen. How many times do you see 4 or 5 or even 6-man aces in Search and Destroy? If you give up, you'll never get those, crazy 6-man aces or 4-man aces if you're playing league play. So, you have to try in order to succeed. It's just like my friends who haven't gotten the higher kill streaks, like, VSAT and Dogs and Swarm. They're like, well, I haven't gotten those yet. Well, are you equipping them every game? And the answer is generally, well, no, I never get them, so I don't equip them. If you don't equip them, if you don't give yourself the chance to get them, then obviously you'll never get them. You have to shoot for the, what's the quote? Shoot for the moon, that way if you miss, you're still in the stars, or something like that. I honestly couldn't tell you right now. So you have to give yourself the opportunity. If your goal is to get swarms, you have to equip the swarm to get it. Saying, oh, well, I never get them, so I don't equip them. Well, obviously you'll never get them if you don't equip them. It's the same thing in this game. We thought we were going to lose. We didn't think we were going to be able to bring it back. But we stuck it out anyway. You have to stick it out. You have to try. And if you're going to get a loss anyway from quitting, then you may as well play it out and take the loss legitly. Now, winning in Call of Duty now is, in my opinion, the only thing that matters. Your win-loss record is much more impressive to me than your KD record. I mean, what would you be more afraid of going up against? Somebody with a 3.0 KD and a point, say, 6 win-loss ratio, or someone with a point 0.8 KD that has a 2.5 win-loss ratio? I would much rather see the guy across from me with the higher KD and the lower win rate, because that means that he either doesn't understand the objectives and how to play them, or he doesn't care. And those kind of guys may kill you a few more times, but you're going to get the win. And the win to me is much more important than the individual stats like, kill death ratio and score per minute. Now, winning obviously is more fun than losing. So, the point of video games is to have fun. If you're not having fun playing a video game, then, you've completely missed the point of video games. Yeah, I don't care if you're playing Pong on the Atari, or if you're playing, the next Call of Duty Ghosts on the next gen system like the Xbox One or the PS4. If you're not having fun playing that game, then, you're missing the point of the game. Like in this first round here, and especially in the second round here, we were getting kind of frustrated with the fact that it wasn't finding us players to even the team up, that we were at a disadvantage. And then, we realized, I think it was JK, he said, well, what this isn't doing us any good, let's just have fun. So we stopped our complaining, we just focused on the game and just tried to have fun. If you're not having fun, then stop playing the game, take a break. For one thing, you being angry makes you play worse. None of us are the Incredible Hulk and gain, strength and power when we get angry. It honestly just hurts our game. When you get angry, you make rasher decisions, you don't think rationally. You do things you shouldn't try to do. Like, how many times in your Call of Duty career, and I know this has happened to me, if somebody killed you 2 or 3 times from a certain spot, and you thought to yourself, I don't care if he kills me 20 times, I'm going to keep running back there and I'm going to kill that guy. I've thought it. It's happened to me, and my gameplays just ended up suffering because of it. Yeah, eventually I will get the kill on that guy, but is it worth taking all that time and effort and all that energy to be angry about it and then to go get that kill when you could have just, went somewhere else? Now here, I want to point something out here. Watch what I do here. I kill that guy, and then I start taking fire up there. I immediately duck behind the dumpster there so that I could reset the engagement and then pop out back on him. Controlling your engagements is the single biggest thing you can do to improve at a game like Call of Duty. And I honestly have no idea how that didn't kill me there, but it didn't. You have to learn to control your engagements in Call of Duty. And right there is my curse of the reload. If I fire one bullet accidentally out of a clip, I feel the need to reload it. But controlling your engagements is going to improve your gameplay more than anything else that you can do. And by controlling your engagements, I mean obviously things like using cover on the map to your advantage. You don't want to run directly down the middle of a street. You want to try to move from cover to cover. And even doing something as simple as disengaging a gunfight until your opponent no longer has the advantage. Like in that gunfight by the dumpster there, and I cannot believe we didn't get B there, it was so close. But that gunfight against the dumpster, or that gunfight at the dumpster, if I would have just stayed there and tried to sight him up and shoot him, he'd already had me sighted in. He'd already started putting bullets on target because I started taking damage. He had the advantage in that gunfight. If I would have stayed there and continued trying to shoot him, I would have lost the gunfight. So instead, I reset the engagement by ducking behind the dumpster, and then tried to do something that I didn't think he would be expecting me to do, which is to jump right back out and start putting fire on him. Now, in that case, it worked. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes you'll duck behind a corner and somebody will sit there and, just keep sighting down that corner, trying to wait for you to pop back out. But I found that a majority of the time, people don't expect you to, duck behind cover and then immediately jump right back out and challenge them. So things like that can help you. They can improve your game. So when you're playing in Black Ops, try to think about, what you can do to give yourself an advantage in every gunfight that you come up in. Whether that's using cover, whether it's using a more appropriate weapon than they are. For example, if I'm in the graveyard there and I'm looking across at dumpsters across from B, I want an LMG or a sniper rifle in my hand. If I have that and they have an SMG, then the vast majority of the time I'm going to win that gunfight because I've controlled the engagement, I've kept it at the range that my gun is best for, and, then that's going to help you. A lot of people complain about head glitches in Black Ops. And yeah, I agree that when you're trying to take somebody out of a head glitch can be annoying. But as much as we complain about them, or as much as some people complain about them, rather, I should say, we have no problem using them ourselves. I will sit on every head glitch that I can. I want every advantage going into a gunfight. I don't want to have a fair fight. I want them to be coming up against me, shooting at a very small target while I can see, the entire upper half or the entire three-quarters of their body. Now, if you do things like that, you'll win a lot more gunfights. So try to control your engagements. Try to keep it at the range you're comfortable at. Try to have the advantage in cover. Try to have the advantage in weaponry. And if you're in a bad situation or you don't have the advantage, then reset the engagement. Get out of there. Discretion is the better part of valor, and that's an MLG pro tip there. All MLG pros lightning strike themselves. Reset the engagement. Give yourself the best possible chance to win that gunfight. By doing that, you'll find that you will win more gunfights and you'll end up doing a lot better. All right, well, that's all for this episode, guys. Zero out.
Terrible effort. Regroup and rearm.